Hey everyone, welcome to another review. Here's my review for the movie Billy Lynn's Long Halftime Walk. Yes, this movie is directed by Ang Lee. Yes, we all know Ang Lee. He's gave us such amazing movies like Brokeback Mountain, The Wedding Banquet, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and Life of Pi. And this movie stars Joe Alwyn, Kristen Stewart, Chris Tucker, Steve Martin, Vin Diesel, and Garrett Hedlund. And the story of this movie, Billy Lynn's Long Halftime Walk, is about a young man. I think he was about 18 or 19 years old. His name is Billy Lynn. He comes back from the Iraq War. There's a celebration. Basically, during the halftime show of a Thanksgiving football game, he has flashbacks of his life during the war, during the Iraq War, with him and his squad and stuff. And basically, when he gets home, he basically has like a mild form of like PTSD and stuff. And basically, during the halftime show of the football game, he's having flashbacks of him during the Iraq War, with him and his squad, and what really happened. He was out there in Iraq, and what really happened to his troops and stuff. And that's basically the story of this movie. And honestly, I was highly anticipating this movie, because not just because this movie is directed by Ang Lee. I love Ang Lee. Yes, I did a ranking of all of Ang Lee's movies. I'm a huge Ang Lee fan. I love all his movies. I've seen them all. He's a great filmmaker, and this movie is a war movie. I've never seen Ang Lee tackle like a war movie like this. And of course, this movie is also a technical achievement. This movie is entirely shot at 120 frames per second. Yes, this movie set a record. This movie beat out The Hobbit: Unexpected Journey's 48 frames per second, because a normal film is filmed at 24 frames per second, and when The Hobbit came out, An Unexpected Journey, it was framed at 48 frames per second, and this movie is filmed at 120 frames per second. So that's a very cool technical achievement, and I was curious to see this movie, and I got an early screening of it, and honestly, was this movie awesome? Was Billy Lynn's Long Halftime Walk a groundbreaking, amazing, possibly Oscar contender film? To be honest, no, it's not. It's not. This movie is actually kind of underwhelming. To be honest, this is probably one of the weakest Ang Lee movies out there. Ang Lee hasn't made a lot of bad movies. He made the Hulk movie. That's probably one of his weakest films, but he doesn't really make bad movies. And this movie isn't a badly made movie. Like, the cinematography in this movie is absolutely gorgeous. Like, the shots in this movie are fantastic. All the shots in the United States, even the shots during the Iraq War, all the scenes are really well shot. There's some amazing crane shots and tracking shots in this movie. Cinematography is just splendid in this movie. And there's some pretty decent visuals. There's a pretty good score in this movie too, but this movie, to be honest, it was kind of underwhelming. I really had no attachment to any of these characters, especially the lead character, Billy Lynn, played by Joe Alwyn. This actor, he's a very new actor, and I guess he's just trying out and stuff, but I found him very bland in this movie. I didn't find he was like a great actor in this film. His character was also kind of poorly written and sloppily written, and he's on the line of unlikable and likable and stuff, and I know this character went through a lot and stuff, and we're supposed to be compelled by this character, we're supposed to be intrigued by this character, but honestly, I wasn't at all. I could care less about the character Billy Lynn, and this entire movie is about his struggle, his mental illness, and him dealing with the Iraq War and stuff, and what happened to him and his squad and stuff. Honestly, I could give two shits, honestly. This movie just made me not care about these characters. I really didn't care about these characters, and the acting in this movie was pretty wooden and pretty bland, and yeah, Joe Alwyn, he could probably do better movies. For his performance in this movie, it wasn't very good, and this movie does have a strong supporting cast, like Chris Tucker, Steve Martin, Garrett Hedlund, Kristen Stewart, Vin Diesel. They're all in this movie, and again, all of them are just kind of average. Kristen Stewart, it does try in her role. She's not a huge role, but she's not bad and stuff. But Vin Diesel's typical wooden, bland Vin Diesel. Steve Martin was actually okay in a few scenes he was in, but all in all, the acting in this movie wasn't all that great. It was very bland, very wooden, and I just didn't care about these characters, and it was really hard for me to watch the movie, and I just had zero investment with the characters, or even the story. Like, the story is interesting. I was really intrigued to see this movie about this person during the war and what really happened when he was there at Iraq and stuff, but honestly, I just didn't care. This movie was pretty dull. I didn't have any investment with the characters, and the performances weren't even all that great and stuff. And yes, I know this movie is a technical achievement, filmed at 120 frames per second, but honestly, I could care less. I don't care about that achievement. I just want a good story with good characters, with good writing, good execution, a well-structured story, a well-structured movie. And I really didn't get that. And this movie was very sloppily handled. Ang Lee's direction was pretty decent because, again, there's some good shots. There's some good war scenes, like some of the action scenes, which there isn't a lot of, but when you see some good war action scenes, they're really well executed. And I don't know. I just don't think he directed his actors properly because the illnesses are very bland in this movie. And the movie does try to be very surreal and stuff. And at times it seems kind of cool, but even at times I just found this movie kind of dull and kind of lifeless. And I wanted to be more invested with this movie. And honestly, I was kind of bored watching this movie. And I shouldn't be bored. Especially I just watched a war movie last when I watched Hacksaw Ridge. And that was such an amazing, inspirational, uplifting war movie. This is just a very dull and lifeless war movie. Yes, again, the technical achievement is really cool and stuff, but honestly, I could care less. I didn't care for the performances. I didn't care for the story. I didn't even care for these actors or the characters, and yeah, the score is pretty good. The cinematography is absolutely gorgeous. There is some solid direction in some moments of the film, but all in all, I can't really recommend this movie, and I know I'm a big Ang Lee fan. I love Ang Lee's movies, but damn, this movie is one of his weakest films. Like, I was really disappointed with this movie, so yeah. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'll give the movie Billy Lynn's Long Halftime Walk a 5.2 out of 10, so yeah, I can't recommend it. I'm sorry. I know people are excited for this movie. Just go see Hacksaw Ridge. So yeah, that's my review for the movie Billy Lynn's Long Halftime Walk. So yeah, in the comment section below, please tell me, what is your favorite Ang Lee movie? Mine is Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and Brokeback Mountain. Those are his best films. But what is your favorite Ang Lee movie? Comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like this video, please like, subscribe to this channel, and join the dark side.